13th, and today we're moving on to activity 5, which is linear measurement and conversions. Today's objective: students will be able to understand linear measurement and conversions by converting a larger unit to a smaller unit. Your DOL is Linear Measurements and Conversions online assignment. Units of length. So when you convert a unit measurement, you are taking what you know on this conversion chart and you're either multiplying or dividing in order to find a new measurement. So for example, if you look at the box on the left, it says US customary. So these are the measurements we use. 1 foot equals 12 inches. So think of a ruler. 1 yard equals 3 feet. 1 yard equals 36 inches. 1 mile is 5,280 feet. 1 mile equals 1,760 yards. These are all just equivalencies and what measurements equal to each other. The box on the right is metric units of measurement. So 10 millimeters equals 1 centimeter. 100 centimeters equals 1 meter. 10 decimeters equals 1 meter. And 1,000 meters is 1 kilometer. So let me explain this picture. In the center, it says converting units of measurement. And we see larger units on the left, and we see an arrow, a red arrow, that points to smaller unit. So if you're going from a larger unit to a smaller unit, you multiply, and it says that at the top on the arrow. But if you're converting from a smaller unit to a larger unit, you need to divide. Teacher Model 1. A door measures 6 feet tall. How tall is the door in inches? We have been given the measurement in feet, and we must change them to inches. So I used a bar model: 1 foot, 1 foot, 1 foot, 1 foot, 1 foot, and 1 foot. And I need to convert these feet into inches. Well, I know that there are 12 inches in 1 foot because 1 foot is 12 inches. So I'm going to replace each foot with 12 inches. So I replace the feet with inches in my bar model. So I have now 12 inches, 12 inches, 12 inches, 12 inches, 12 inches, and 12 inches. This model shows 6 groups of 12, and I'm a 4th grade multiplication master, and I know 6 times 12 is 72. Therefore, the door is 72 inches tall, which is the same as 6 feet tall. So if you're a girl or a boy and you're 6 feet tall, you're also 72 inches tall. So all we're doing is changing the measurements. Teacher Model 2. The length of a table is 3 meters. How many centimeters long is the table? We have been given the measurement in meters, and we must change them to centimeters. So again, I used a bar model, and I separated the meters. I knew there were 3 meters altogether, so I have 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter. I know that there are 100 centimeters in 1 meter. 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. So I'm going to replace each meter with 100 centimeters. So now instead of 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter, I now have 100 centimeters, 100 centimeters, and 100 centimeters. This model shows 3 groups of 100. 3 times 100 equals 300. Therefore, the table is 300 centimeters long, which is the same exact thing as 3 meters. And one last one, Teacher Model 3. Blank feet equals 7 yards. We have been given the measurements in yards, and we must change them to feet. And again, using a bar model is super helpful if you have scrap paper at home, or maybe a dry erase board. So I have 1 yard, and I repeated that 7 times to represent the 7 yards. And I know that there are 3 feet in 1 yard because 1 yard equals 3 feet. So I'm going to replace each yard with 3 feet. So I repeated 3 feet 7 times. This model shows 7 groups of 3. 7 times 3 equals 21. Therefore, 7 yards equals, we need to change that to 21 feet. Okay. Sorry about that mistake. That was my fault. Your independent work today is your math online assignment, and I've also uploaded the measurement conversion chart to assist you. And it kind of looks like this. I don't memorize all of these. There's a lot to memorize. So I make sure I have my conversion chart handy dandy next to me or on the page, another tab that's open on my computer screen, so I can always remember the equal measurements, like 1 foot equals 12 inches, 1 yard equals 3 feet, and you're just replacing the units of measurement. Okay, if you have any questions, you know you can always email me or write a private comment on Google Classroom. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday.